Welcome to Bad at Board Games.
Well, he's bad at board games.
I'm Brad Lake.
I'm Topher Ferguson.
And we're bad at board games, so you don't have to be. Today we're going to be talking about whose list is better. Mine.
Mine's bigger. And better. Just, it is what it is. I do sometimes. Actually, I do sometimes. I don't playing games. Just making videos. Just with friends.
Exactly. We are going to talk about our top 10 games that we want more time to play. So as of right now, if you said, what games do you want to play right now? And we don't have time to play them. This is that list. This is like, it's not necessarily our top 10 of all time. And you would think, oh yeah, no, it's like right now, right in the middle of the year, toward the end of the year, whatever it is. What 10 games do we want to play? And we wish like if over the next month or two, these were the 10 games we would play, bar none.
Yeah, some of these are games that maybe we're not bringing out in our gaming group for various reasons. Maybe it's complexity, maybe it's player count, maybe it's just the length of time it takes to play the game. Yep. So these are the games we wish we had more time, because as if we don't spend enough time together as it is, we want to spend more time together playing games.
I have to get permission for him to come over.
It is what it is. He put a ring on it, so yes, time is over. But
who's going first?
That's a great question. Well, I've got an honorable mention, so maybe I should
I
cheat.
think you should go first.
Do you have an honorable mention?
I didn't cheat.
I didn't ask that. Do you have an honorable mention?
No, I don't.
I actually have two.
I could have one, but no, you get one honorable mention.
Oh, come on.
One.
Okay, fine.
He's so stressed out about this. It's so funny.
Anxiety
one.
sucks.
You get to pick one.
Well, okay, so this didn't make my list or an honorable mention, but there is a game that I really want to play that Brad probably will not play. And that is
Terraforming Mars.
That is not Terraforming Mars. It is a game. I can't believe it. I can't believe this isn't even an honorable mention. This is a game that I adore. I love. I've played it so many times. I've never played it with Brad because Brad doesn't do well with long games. And this game can go 6, 8, 10 hours. So it didn't make my list because of that. And that is 2nd edition Arkham Horror, a game that is just fantastic. Fantastic.
We were going to play that at your birthday and we didn't get a chance.
We did not. I don't know why. What did we play at my birthday?
I don't know. Other stuff.
Yeah. But that's a game we can never bring out a gaming group because it just takes way too long to be able to play. It's a little fiddly. It's all that. It's fun. But I do have an honorable mention. And my honorable mention, you probably do not think is on my list.
That wasn't your honorable mention?
That was not. I said it didn't even make my honorable mention. So I'm cheating here. So this is the one. It did not make my list. And it's a game that Brad, I don't think thinks I like, but I had a blast playing it. Mm-hmm. I've only played it once and I really want to play it more. And that's Nemesis.
I am surprised.
Yeah.
I love that game. It's one of my favorites.
So it's not in my top 10 that I really want to play because I've got 10 others. Obviously, I want to play more, but I was afraid I wouldn't like it, and I did. Like, I mean, it's the experience.
It's so much fun.
It really is. It really is. And it's a lot of joking. I think part of it was the group that we have, our gaming group. We joke. We have a lot of fun together. So that's it. So that was my honorable mention. Do you want to go with your 10 first? Or you want me to?
I'll let you keep talking.
Okay, that's what I do best. Stop it. Maybe I don't want to play any more games with you. So, my number 10, kicking this off with a good heavyweight game. This is a newer game to us.
All right.
And it is one that I want to play over and over and over again. And if I didn't have to go to work, I would have begged us to play a second game of that. And that is The Gallerist.
That was a good game.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, we got about halfway through, and then I started understanding the mechanic and how it was going to go. But Lacerda's just in general.
Yeah, they take time. They take time to learn and to learn how to play it, not just learn the rules, but also sit down and do it. And so we need to play it again just to understand it a little bit more. But man, it's a good game. It's a really good game. So,
and soon.
Yeah, definitely.
That's a good one. All right, my number 10. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see.
You got 3? Because I just did 3 games.
Yeah, I'll just start with it. I could throw in some honorable mentions, but I'm not gonna. Try and follow the rules.
I like too many games.
Got like a whole list. So, Inish.
Okay, that's a fun game.
I would like, and it's not that long either. No. We just haven't. We've got a lot of games we're trying to get through. And so Inish is one I would like to play more. I would like to I'd kind of like to get 10 full plays in it. You know, like Just not one after the other, but like, yeah, it's definitely one I would like to play Anish more. I'd like to get better at it. I'd like to understand the mechanic. I enjoyed it. I like the art. It's a fun game.
It's kind of a chill game for area control. I mean, maybe that's the artwork that does that, but it's a beautiful game. But
I really liked it. If you have or haven't seen it, the new version, stunning. Yeah. Box is stunning. Cards are stunning. It's a cool game.
Yeah, beautiful game. Awesome.
That's my number 10.
I support that for your number 10. My number 9 is probably an experience that was the absolute most brain-burning gaming experience I've ever had in my life.
I don't know what it is.
And it got easier as we played it over and over again. But the first time, holy cow. And that is a game I'd love to bring out to even the game group. I think we would have a good time with that. And that is Barrage.
Guess what? My number 9.
Is it Barrage?
It is Barrage.
Nice. We spend way too much time together.
We do like some of the same games.
We do.
Except for Terraforming Mars, a piece of shit. No. Just like messing with him.
We're not friends anymore. I'm going home. Taking my games and I'm going home. Barrage is fantastic.
Yeah, I liked it. I don't think I need the expansions, but I really like that game.
Yeah.
It's a good game.
I don't know if I would want to play it with the 5th player expansion.
No, I wouldn't mind playing it at 4 though.
Yeah.
We've only played it at 3 and 2 and 3, and 3's a lot better than 2 just because you actually want to close off some of your options with 3 people. 2, there's so many options. It's kind of like sitting there trying to analyze chess. Yeah. There's just, we can do this and this, and like it just becomes analysis paralysis. But with 3, it flows a lot easier, and it still kicks you in the, where kind of feeling, because you're like, I don't have enough workers. That is a great game.
First time we played it, we were going to do and you may have seen this on the channel. We talked about it before, but we were going to do a first impressions video. And we did an entire first impressions video. Somebody forgot to hit record.
I was
we were
mentally wasted.
Completely. Both of us were. I mean, it was like we were exhausted looking. Just, mental. Oh, God, such a good game.
Yep, it was good. So that's my number 9 as well.
I wonder if we have some overlaps.
I guarantee we're going to have some overlap.
This next one, I think, is
You haven't noticed some of these are our hardest, heaviest games too. They're harder than table.
There's a reason, we don't. We play a lot of games 2-player, and Ashby comes over and plays a lot of games, that especially the longer or the heavier weight games, the newer games. But these are ones we want to play more. This next one is definitely on your list.
All right.
Definitely on your list. It is, I don't want to say overly complicated. It takes a little bit of time to play. For us, it took a little bit of time. I can't wait to play it again, and I know you will never want to play it again. And that is Through the Ages, a new story of civilization. I like civilization games, and we don't play them. I don't think you really care for them as much, and especially the longer games. I know you don't like to sit down and play the very long games. So
but I'll play Twilight Imperium. But
that's true. I don't want to play that one.
I would rather eat glass than play it. I will play it again. I will play it again so we can see if we can get faster at it. But oh my God. After like 5-6 hours, it wasn't that long. It took a while. Day. We started at noon and it was like 8.
No.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. You lie. No.
So long.
It was not that long.
Oh, it's painful.
Yeah, you did not like it at all. That was my number 8.
That's your number 8.
Is that your number 8?
No, it's nowhere on my list. Any list ever. Kanban.
Yes. Good game.
More Lacerda. My favorite Lacerda so far. We will play all of them. And then we will do a review sometime next year about all of them because they're expensive and they take a long time to get.
Yeah. We've got a few. We've played a handful.
But yeah, I think we have half.
Well, I mean, I think he has more games than just what we have. But yeah, we've got 4 between you and I. We've got 4 of his games.
So we have 5.
We have 5th.
Anyway. Yeah. We will get through them. It's fun. He's definitely one of our favorite designers either way.
Oh, the games are fantastic.
I like Kanban. but I'm an engineer. I was in automotive. I like cars. I understand the theme goes along with the mechanic and how you're building things and all these kind of things. So I like all of that.
And I appreciate the theme. I don't get the theme to the excitement level that you do because I'm not into cars.
Right.
But I love worker placement. I like the upgrade abilities of game. It's a fantastic game. Fantastic game.
It is very, very good. That is my, number 8?
Number 8. My number 7 is one that you and I actually have been talking about playing recently. I have only attempted it solo, and I have not given it much attention. And that is Arkham Horror Living Card Game.
That's a great game.
Yeah.
I think we should kind of play that kind of like we do Pandemic Legacy.
Yeah, maybe when we finish Pandemic,
that might be a way we can play that and getting through the starter box is easy, but then we could get some
of the expansions,
other scenarios in, and maybe be a once a month kind of game. But I agree. I would like to play more of that.
Yeah. For how much I love Arkham Horror and everything Cthulhu, it's like, why am I not playing it? I've gotten to play so many games solo, and for some reason I never picked that up.
Yeah.
But especially the more you play Marvel Champions, I'm like, oh man, I could be doing Arkham Horror the same that you're doing Marvel Champions.
Yeah, and I just find Marvel Champions I've found is perfect for me pulling out and playing a solo game in 20 to 60 minutes. So especially now that I've got the box and I'm organized and I can just grab and go.
Yeah. So that was my number 7.
That's your number 7. So my number 7, and I think the reason that we don't play this is it has an app-based part of it. And
I love this game.
I don't particularly like passing around my phone the whole time when we're trying to play it. So I need the iPad. Yeah. So I either need to find a cheap tablet or you to do that is Return to Dark Tower. We've played it a handful of times. I've played it, but I would like to play it more. We haven't gotten Ashby to play it yet. I know that's one of like his bucket list kind of games that he wants to play. I would just like to be able to bring it out more, and it's kind of like the box I got from Marvel Champions. Once I got that, played Marvel Champions, I'm playing it a lot. Just making it easier. And then I think if we had an app or had a tablet, because then it would be like, okay, nobody wants to pass their phone around. You're getting text, all these other kind of things. Yeah. So to me, that's the downside. But I like the game. It's a fun game.
I'm always nervous. Like, what happens if one of your kids calls in the middle of the game, and then all of a sudden you close out the app, and then are we starting over again? Like, what are we doing? So yeah.
So that is what it was. That is my number 7. Yeah, but it's a good game.
I didn't even think about putting that on my list. I enjoy that game a lot. That would be a great one. We need to plan on it. I'll bring the iPad over and we'll do it at gaming night. Cause that's one, it's not overly complex. It doesn't take a long time to play, but that's up the alley of so many people that's in our gaming group.
Yeah. With 4 people. And
yeah, that'd be a great one.
Go from there.
My number 6. This game. My number 6 it was on my top 10 of all times. Brass Birmingham.
Great game.
Yes.
Love that game.
We don't play it that much. I want to play it more. I think it would be another one that we could pull out a gaming group. We've done it at a gaming group before.
We made Aisha play it. We made Lee play. We made Lee play it the very first time he showed up to our group.
Which is always good.
Like, here's a really heavy Euro.
Yeah. I don't know who you are. I don't know what have you played. It was just, somebody comes playing Uno and then we're throwing Brass Birmingham on them. But yeah, it's a great game. It's a fantastic game. It's a beautiful game. I'm starting to upgrade it. We got to play it again soon.
I didn't know you're upgraded.
Well, since I'm painting things, I'm painting the beer barrels. I've bought some other little pieces to upgrade little things. Nothing huge, but eventually I want to get ships and things. I just don't want the ships that you see on like Top Shelf Gamer because I think they kind of look
chintzy.
Yeah. Maybe if they were painted, they'd be fine, but I don't want to paint a bunch of little plastic Monopoly houses. So I've been looking for something different that are in the trains and the boats kind of theme that's not overly expensive, that would make it look kind of cool.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Love that game.
Yeah.
My number 6, I'm actually surprised that wasn't higher on your list, but my number 6 is Anachrony. So we've got to play it.
Yeah. And if it wasn't for the fact that we've only played it once and I didn't get to finish it because I had to go to work, it would be on my list. Yeah. But I want to play it so bad. Another worker placement. So many good things about that game.
Yeah. The theme is really neat. The sci-fi time travel aspect of it and just how they integrated that. I really like it. I'd like to. It's a game I'd like to sit down and play more often over the next couple months if we had more time.
I think
if it wasn't fighting against all these other games.
Yeah, I know that's the issue. That is the issue. I think one of the things I missed out on it was a lot of the time travel because I left at like the halfway point of the game. Like the explosion happened and I left. I don't feel like I had a lot of times. I did a little bit of time traveling, but I didn't get to do a lot of that. And I think that's a good thematic part of the game that I'm looking forward to exploring more. So
yeah, Anachrony is pretty cool. I didn't get the miniatures. I just got the little standy stuff, and I still think it's fine.
Yeah, that's a good game. I'm jealous that's on your list. It's not on mine,
dun, dun.
But it's sitting right there.
So
maybe we can play it later.
It's mocking us right there.
It is. It really is. My number 5 is one that you've already talked about, Kanban EV. Yes. I probably will be switching Kanban and the Gallerist, but we've played Kanban more. And the Gallerist is so new to us that I have it a little bit lower on my list. But thematic theme in the Gallerist makes so much more sense to me. I think it plays very well to the theme, just like Kanban does. Like, I mean, his games, Lucerda's games, are insane. Just how beautiful they are, mechanics. But I am more on the art side than the car side. So I think that works. I was a little nervous about some of the buying and selling because I don't like auction, and it's not auction at all. So,
no, it's not really an auction mechanic. Although I'm interested in seeing if we can get some kind of auction mechanic games, like economy kind of games. Some of those are really like calling to me. I just don't know what to get yet.
I've played quite a handful of them, and it's not a mechanic that that I enjoy.
Right.
I don't want to say I'm not good at it. I'm not, but I also don't enjoy it so much in gaming. But Kanban, Sandra, she's a bitch. I love it. It's awesome. It's such a good game. I was waiting for something like that in the Gallerist to come out, like somebody to come around and
like inspect your art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or do something like
what you bought is totally horrible, Mr. Toph.
Right. How awesome would that be? So
your taste in art is
somebody spills something in my gallery, and along comes a plate of spaghetti.
There you go. So Kanban is your number 5.
Kanban is my number 5. Yes.
Alrighty. So my number 5 has animals in it.
Ark Nova?
Oh God, no.
Yeah. I was gonna say animals.
We don't hate Ark Nova. Somebody definitely likes it less than somebody else, but we're not fanboys of it either. So
yeah, I bought into the hype. Had I not bought into the hype, I think I would like it more.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those like you go see this movie is great, and you get you expect this movie to be great, and then it's good, but if you hadn't had high hopes for it, it might have been just fine.
Yeah, low expectations, I would have enjoyed it more. But it has animals. What has animals? Do I own it or do you own it?
I own it. Small animals. Cartoony shit.
Oh, Roots.
Yes.
Yeah, good game.
I would like to play Root more often. Alex says he's learned it now, and he bought it. And
Lee was playing it, I think, on his phone or something.
He's been trying. And then you know how to play the birds. And so I think we might actually be able to now.
Yeah.
So it's hard to get the group together.
Yeah. I've only played it at 3. I want to play it at 4. Yeah. See what it's like. I think it'll be a little bit more enjoyable. That's a good game. I will say Ahoy, I like a lot. And I may like it more than Root.
Which is fine. I like Root, but it's just been so hard to get enough people to know how to play each of the different factions that you can sit down and play the game.
Yeah. How long? I mean, we play games for months on end before you finally had one of your boys interested to play it with us so that we could all do it together, because it's not really a 2-player game.
Right.
And it was like, man, I want to play the game. I want to play that game. I want to play that game. And it was like, well, it's just you and I. And so finally,
Yeah, you absolutely have to have a third, and it's better if you have a fourth.
I'm looking forward to it.
So yeah, so that is my number 5. I like Root a lot. I would like to be able to play it enough to find out if it would bother me after I'm playing it so much, but I'm not sure it would.
It's a good game. I love the asymmetry of it.
Yeah,
it is wildly asymmetric.
Yeah,
it's 4 different games.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. That's chaos. Mm-hmm. Okay, number 4.
Number 4.
We just finished, and I whooped his ass. And I want to play it all the time. And that is Great Western Trail. Love it.
Love that game.
Great game. I see why it's your number 1.
Rails to the North.
Yeah, we just played the Rails to the North, and I like that a lot. I did. I think it added...
Spoiler, we'll be having a review of this soon.
Sometimes expansions are great. Sometimes expansions are just good. Usually they're just good. Yeah. They just add something. An extra player, something small. I think that improves the game, especially bringing it to new players or to maybe a gaming group or somebody who's not sitting down wanting that a little bit more of a battle for small spaces, because it adds so much that you can do in delivering your cows, more just spaces, more options. So yeah, and it gives you more benefits too as you place out your houses. So it brings complexity down, I think, a little bit, but I like it. It's good. But the game was fantastic. I love, and you whooped my ass the last time we played it. I mean, it's such a great game.
It is good. Yeah. So more crossovers ish. So my number, what is it? Where are we at? 4. Brass Birmingham. It's a great game. I wish we had more time to play it.
I almost brought it. I almost threw it in the car today.
Yeah. No, but I don't know what you can say about Brass, but it deserves to be in the top 5. I can't remember what it is right now. I think it might be 3 or something, but I love the game. I think it's great. Yeah. So that's all I have to say about that. Are you having fun yet? Are you bored out of your mind?
Yeah, as we sit here talking about all the games that we want to play. Number 3. Here we go. Top 3. My number 3 is another heavyweight game. Go figure. And it's another Lacerda. Go figure. And that is Lisboa.
Not surprised. I think you would play this every day if we could.
I probably would. I think this is my favorite Lisboa, and it is making its way to the very top of my favorite games of all time list. Yeah. Love it.
It is good. I am behind you in racking up the points, but I've definitely got a better feel for it after we've played it a few times.
There's so much going on. I mean, it's, I think, a much heavier game than Kanban EV.
Oh yeah,
and it's
without a doubt it's heavier.
Yeah, but it's not undaunting. There's a lot. There's a lot,
but it's not undaunting. And we're going to have a review on this probably in the next month. It is hard to understand where to go grab your points. If you don't do it correctly, you're going to have nothing. Yeah. You can play the game and be like, hey, look, I'm moving the pieces around. And then, you're going to get 50 points to his 113.
Yeah. It is.
So it's not hard to move the pieces around. It's hard to get the points.
And I think this is where you and I play very different. You are a strategy player, and I am a tactical player. And Kanban, you can strategize. You can play the long game. You can go out and you have a plan. You know what you're doing, and you do that well. You get the cards that you need. And I'm kind of like, oh, shit, I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, I do. I play well, but it's still, you can strategize. You cannot do that in Lisboa. Like with Lisboa, you have to play based on what the board is doing at that moment and what comes just next, not 3 steps next. Mm-hmm. And you're good at the 3 steps next. And that's, it's so good. There's 50 things going on all at one time, and you got to manage it all. And I love it. My brain loves it. Lisboa is my number 3. Thank you.
Your number 3. All righty. Now, my number 3, and you will have no clue about my top 2, but this is the last one that will kind of be a crossover. Great Western Trails with Rails to the North is my number 3. Okay. Yeah. Well, I like the expansion. Okay. I mean, like, I just like Great Western Trail. I can play it with or without the expansion. I don't care. But It hasn't. I would like to play it enough to where I get tired of it, but that hasn't happened yet.
I don't know if that will. I don't know if we will get tired of it.
I think if you play anything too much, you get tired of it.
Yeah, but between the two of us, if we're getting tired of a game, we are missing out on 250 other games.
But that's my point. That's why we would like to be able to play them more.
That's why this listing.
We have to do more than just 3 reviews a year with you. Hey, we played Lisboa again.
I'm okay with
that. We would go down to 2 subscribers.
And they would be diehard Lacerda fans.
Yeah. That is my number 3.
Fantastic.
Yep.
My number 2 is working its way up also to the absolute very top of my favorite games of all times list.
Okay.
And it's one I think you like, but we don't play very often, but we're getting ready to play in 5 days.
Oh,
so
I
I'm
know.
looking forward to it. And that is Scythe. Scythe, since the first time I played it, has been a game that I have absolutely loved. And I have loved making it mine, upgrading everything, painting everything. I've been playing through the Rise of Fenris. We started it. I've been playing through it with my friend Sierra. I played through it, part of it solo myself before. And that Rise of Fenris is an expansion of all expansions. It changes that entire game for me. Like, it takes it from a game I absolutely love to a game that I don't want to stop playing. And it's just great. I love it. I love that game. So that's my number 2.
That's very cool. So my number 2, you haven't played.
Okay.
You will not have guessed. But this is like, as of right now, a game I would like to play more of.
Okay.
And nobody even knows this game exists, it seems.
So not Rebellion?
Not Rebellion.
Okay.
No. The Boys.
Oh, The Boys.
We'll be doing a review this time too. But we played a 5-player game of this last week. Last week.
Here. Yeah.
And I really want to play it again. I like the TV show. Because of the board game, I went out and bought the comic book omnibuses just to get a little bit deeper dive to understand the team, the hero teams and stuff like that. But I like it. I also think it's going to be a game that I'm going to create a couple of house rules to make it play a little faster, get rid of a couple of negatives about it I don't like. But everybody that played it last week liked it. We just thought it was a little bit too long. So, but I want to play it again, and I want to play it again.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to playing it. I have not seen The Boys yet. I tried to start it and just haven't had the time to sit down and dedicate to watching it yet. I intend to. I think I'm going to enjoy the show. I think I'm going to enjoy the game. But I am looking forward to the game more than watching the show. So, yeah, that'll be sometime soon. Probably.
It's definitely because of the theme and definitely because of all the other stuff around it. I think the gameplay is solid. I don't think the gameplay is like, it's not Brass Birmingham or, but I like it. I want to play it some more. My number 2.
Nice. Nice.
What's your number 1?
Number 1. You are never going to guess what my number 1 is. It's a game that Brad and I have not yet played together.
I'm surprised. That means it's not Terraforming Mars.
It is a game that I have almost every expansion for. And it's probably been a good solid 3 years since I've played.
I definitely don't know what it is now.
Settlers of Catan.
You lie.
I lie. Yeah, I kind of hate that game. So tired of that game. I do own everything for it, but...
he played it for 20 years. That's why he doesn't like it now.
It's a great game, but no, it's definitely not on my list of things that I want to play anytime soon in the next several years. Number 1, Terraforming Mars. We don't play it. You don't like it. I don't ask you to play it, but I want to play it. And so our gaming group does like it. Yep. And I think that's going to be a night where we have 2 games going so that I'll be playing
play
that
in 2 weeks.
And you'll be playing something else. Yep. And so that way I get to play it.
It all works out. Yeah. Everybody's happy.
It is a fantastic game. And Brad just, I don't know why you don't like it.
I like Ark Nova better than it.
You did. Anyways. Welcome to Bad at Board Games. Brad doesn't like
he is bad at board games.
Wait, what? What was that score that we just had on Great Western Trail? Your favorite game of all time? Uh-huh.
What was
You didn't
it?
even break 100, and I had 136.
I think I beat you the week before.
136 to 90.
Mm-hmm.
That was a bigger spread than how you slaughtered me
Let's
last week.
talk about my number one.
What's your number one?
And let's talk about who won both times.
Now I got to figure out what game it is.
This one it's been a while. That's why I like this game a lot, and he doesn't. Gaia Project.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think I'm just admitting to myself I don't like that game at all.
Yeah. I like Gaia Project a lot. I like how it chains. I like that game. I may need to teach that to a couple people in the group, because we haven't played it since the beginning of the year.
Yeah, it was in the winter.
And I like that game. I really want to pull it out again and play it. So that's my number one. It's got a lot of asymmetry to it. It's not a battle game. You're pinging energy off of each other, and just the way that you can start chaining things together and unlocking what you're doing. I really like it.
And I do not. I'm curious to know if I played Terra Mystica, would I like Terra Mystica? Thematically, that fits more with my interest. You are more the space person, the sci-fi person. I don't know if it's the game that I'm not clicking with, or I'm not enjoying, or if it's the theme, or what it is. But it just kind of fell flat. With that said, I can appreciate how good of a game it is, but it fell flat. It's not one that I want to play.
Yep. So that's my number one.
Nice.
It's no wonder we want to play them more often. His number one, I don't want to play. My number one, he doesn't want to play.
That is so true. That's what we need to do next. Not this week. This week is Scythe. The week following, I'll teach, or I'll do Terraforming Mars with some folks. You do Gaia Project with some folks.
There you go. That might be a little bit hard to teach tonight. At least yours they've all played.
That's true. That's true. Oh, good games, good options. We need to play more games. We just need more time.
What games do you wish you could play more of? Like, you just want to get to the table. It doesn't matter if it's a 20-minute game. Although, if you notice, like, none of these are fast games. There's a reason, because the fast games, we actually sit down and play. Like, oh, let's play that out. Let's pull that out because we've got time. But the longer, heavier, thinkier games, they're always competing with some others. There's like, I could have put Gollum on this list. There's some others that I would like to put on this list as well, but I had to pick, like, right now. Which ones would I really be itching to play? And that's them.
That's them. It's a good list. We had a little bit of crossover, not surprising. Some very big differences between our lists, but yeah.
I hope you enjoyed this. We enjoy doing top 10 lists. This one probably went pretty quickly, I'm hoping. So don't forget, no matter if you're playing solo, with family, or friends,
enjoy whatever games you are bringing to the table.
Thanks for watching. Have a great night.
Bye.